watch. It's not.
Soren Choksi. I think I came close. And Ratul Sharma.
Yeah.
Guys, give it up for Ashley Gavin.
Hey guys. Hello. Yeah, move. LA. I've done a lot of stand-up in LA and it just sucks compared to here so much. It's really clicky. It's not a joke. There's no jokes here. It's just an advice. It's really clicky. Really clicky. It's much harder to get stage time. Okay. So yeah, just some. Let's see. When I was a kid, my dad died. I was 11, and I grew up right after he passed away. My family, some not religious, but like spiritual people. So we had like a lot of wind chimes and shit. And so every fucking time, the wind chime, twinkled or tinkled or whatever, my mom would be like, "It's your father." Or like we'd find like a penny, or just like the other day she found his 1 year sobriety. My father was sober a long time, but she found his 1 year sobriety chip in her purse. She was like, "I use that purse all the time. I clean it out every day. It wasn't in there." And I'm not saying it's not him. It very well could be him. But I just love the idea that in the spiritual world there are some really strict communication rules. Like you can only talk to your loved ones via closing a door or flickering the lights. Like what kind of fucked up... you get up there and God's like, well, you can talk to the people that matter the most to you, but only every 5 years through a feather slowly falling to the ground. That's... And I always feel like it's weird because my mom always sees the signs, and I never see the signs. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been like, it's Dad in this candle, or it's Dad in the... I don't know. I just, like, fuck the pennies. Like, give me a call, Dad. Leave a voicemail. Jesus. You have the power of beyond the grave communication. All right, that could be funny one day, maybe. Let's do... This one's kind of weird, too. I'm a lesbian. Okay, great. All right. So I'm on a 5-week cycle. For guys, that means that I get my period every 35 days. Most girls get it every 28 days, which means that I get bonus month every year. Bonus month! That's the month that I don't get my period. No period December. Yeah, we're going into it. No period December. It's great month. But I know that would stress a lot of girls out. Like, so I think when I was born, or when they were shipped, God was making me, my God in this, I don't know why. When God was making me, an angel was like, "Oh shit, God, you gave her a 35-week cycle." And God was like, "Oh fuck, I'm just gonna think she's pregnant. Just make her a lesbian. Can we make her a lesbian? Just make her." That's why 5% of all women, they're lesbians. Okay, let's talk about this. I've been doing some colleges recently, which is cool, but it means I have to do a lot of traveling. And I went to the airport, and I realized at the airport, if you know me, you know I require a plaid shirt to do my act, and I forgot it. And so I was at the airport, and I was scouring the terminal for like a store with plaid shirts, and the only place was a very expensive men's dress shirt store. So I was like haggling with the woman to give me some leeway on the refund policy. And I mentioned that I was a comedian. And she was like, oh my, she was thrilled. And she agreed to the refund. She was like, "Oh my God, you're a comedian? Please tell me a joke, And she's Latina, obviously. She's Latina. But she's not like New York City. She's like a little old Latina, not, Bronx. She's from Latina, is what I'm trying to... That's where she's from. And I was like, and if you're a comedian, the worst thing in the world is to tell a joke to someone outside of the context of this. Anyway, the joke that I always tell people when they ask me to do that is I tell them this joke, that I reached a milestone in my life. I'm no longer stalking my ex on Facebook. Thank you, yes. I just got to a point where I realized this is childish and unprofessional. So I'm using LinkedIn now. Right, it's funny. Here's the problem, though. This is she's listening to the joke and she hears Facebook and I can see the joy in her eyes. She's like, "Oh, Facebook. This sounds like a joke." and then I get to the punchline and I go, LinkedIn, And the joy just drains. She's so upset. She does not get the joke, and she no longer thinks I'm a comedian. She's so pissed. And the reason is because she doesn't know what LinkedIn is. Nor should she. She is like a grandmother that works at the airport. Like, she has no need. Like, I have no need for... Who is she going to network with? Like, Teresa from the Arby's across the terminal. Like, there's no one... The only reason she would have LinkedIn is, like, brag about her 13 grandchildren. Like, that would be the only reason. George, he is endorsed for communication. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. This is probably the weakest part of this set, so I really appreciate it. But anyway, so now she's upset, and I don't know what she's thinking, but I'm trying on the shirts, and if you're a woman and you've tried on men's shirts, they're really snug. This button's always really snug across the hips. And I say to her, I say, oh, I think I might need a bigger size. And she goes, oh, you're going to need a really big one. You're going to need the biggest one. And I was like, okay, someone's crabby. So she brings the next shirt out, and she goes, does anyone watch your shows? Do the parents pay for your flight? And I was like, oh my God, what? You know, because I'm not a healthy person, she is now transformed into the most important person in my life. You understand that transition where, like, 1 minute you're, like, you know, buying a car, the next minute the dealer's your father, and you're explaining why the credit rating is so bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, now I'm obsessed and I want her approval, and a lie just flew out of my face. I was like, you know I'm going to be on America's Got Talent. Just a lie, just out of my, like, I don't even know. You know, like, you become a sociopath in that moment, like, you didn't know how well you could lie, and then all of a sudden you're lying. And she goes, oh, I don't like this show, but maybe I see you on YouTube. And I was like, oh, that is my imaginary first TV appearance. Like, stop, fuck you. Anyway, so she starts packaging the shirts, and I think she doesn't believe that I'm a comedian anymore. So she says to me, she just says, listen, when you bring them back, if I'm not here, just say that they were too small for your boyfriend. Okay, lady, listen. You can call me fat. You can shit on my talent. But if you insinuate that I have a boyfriend, these shirts are for me. I'm the boyfriend. That's the big closer for that. I'll work on it. Thanks, guys.
Those are some funny jokes, actually.
Thank you.
Guys, let's get up for, actually, there's a slight change. Our next comic knows who he is, and then following him will be our next host, James Nichols, and then following him will be Rod Tosara. Guys, get up for starring Joxy.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Still figuring that joke out. It's going okay. Thank you. Thanks, Haworth. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm applying for that thing that you're in, the pit thing. I don't know. Just thought I'd tell you.
Nice. Did you already
Yeah, I did. I guess there's no advice you can give me now, but yeah, I'm thinking about going to see a show next week, like Showing Face.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's terrifying.
Being involved with them helps just so that they know you're
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they're gonna do like split like half and half women and men. So
Oh, great.
Like, there's not as many like women comics. So I feel like that.
Yeah. Good odds.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on Periscope, so I'm going to keep talking to It's not important, but anyway, thanks, guys. This is going to sound really weird, but I can't think of the right word. For what? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you thought any of that was funny, it was just new stuff. I'll see you later. It was just new stuff that I was working on. It's getting there. I really like your aura. Thank you. What color is my aura? Thanks. Wow, I appreciate it. Ireland, what's up? I have very distant family in Ireland that I don't know personally that I found on Ancestry.com. Anyway, yeah, you can watch a full polished set where the jokes are like perfect and amazing. They're in my YouTube, in my bio. So if you go to my bio, you can click on that. You can check out my... They don't matter, but okay. You can check out my website and sign up for my mailing list and see if I'm coming to your town. When's my next show? I'm actually just doing this mic tonight. I'm going to go to do a writing session after this and work on my jokes because Right now, I think my performance on this particular joke is really, really good. But the writing is still a little weak, especially in the middle. The ending's okay. Not great, but it's acceptable. The beginning's good. Anyway, yeah, so... It's always random Russian people on my... on giving me comments. Any other questions about being a comedian or comics? Yeah, sure, what's your favorite joke? Is that it? Is that Russian thing your favorite joke? It's hilarious. Alright, I guess there are no questions or comments, so I'm gonna get going, but I would really appreciate a follow if you... Oh, John K's gonna look it up. He's gonna look it up. I would appreciate a follow if you thought any of that was funny, because this is not a pro show. This is just, 4:30 Mike working it out. Working out new stuff. We're all gonna wait for John K to type. That looks like a song. A guy comes home from work. John, I'm going to do the delivery. A guy comes home from work. Char, I'm going to answer that question as soon as we get to the punchline of his joke. I'll answer it quickly. I do 2 to 3 shows a night. I do like 3 to 5 college gigs a month, and those really are the thing that I make my income off of. A guy comes home from work and asks his wife to, wow, John, man, how do you text people? Guy comes home from work. He asks his wife to get him a beer before it starts. Before what starts? Work starts? I feel like my face looks fat. Ever feel that way? She gets him the beer. Okay, good. The guy's got the beer. I think the setup is coming. Is the beer necessary for the joke? Dude, I'm running out of battery. Like, I gotta go. Thank you, Char. It's a nice thing to say. Then he asks for another before it Starship. She gets him a beer. Oh my god. John. We got it. She's got him. She's getting him beers. Oh my god. Guys, this is my job. Oh my god, tell the fucking joke, John. Tell the fucking joke. I like John. John's my new favorite person. I feel like this is the joke. He's just fucking with us, and he's just trying to see how long we'll wait for him to type out a joke that doesn't exist. We're all just like, yeah, she has the beer. She got him the beer. Then what, John? Then what? He asks for a third beer. She says, get your own damn beer, you lazy fuck. That's your favorite joke? I always think it's interesting, people's favorite jokes, because some of them are really terrible. A lot of people like a corny joke that appeals to just them. Like that joke from Friends, which is really fun. From Friends, I don't know if you've heard it, but Chandler goes, did you hear the one about the guy that has the pumpkin for a head? And people are like, no, how do you get the pumpkin for a head? And he goes, well, he had a genie, and the genie granted him 3 wishes. The first wish, he wished for money. The second wish, he wished for love. And the third wish, he wished he had a pumpkin for a head. It's pretty funny. All right, guys.